there.
Hi. So I understand that you're a woman named Lindsay. You have just recently gone through a divorce, and you've disclosed that the reason for your divorce is that your husband cheated on you. One of the main reasons why you're here today is because you're worried about your kids and their transition into this new life. And you're also showing depressive symptoms. Hi, Lindsay. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So can you tell me why you're here today?
My kids are just struggling, I think, and I'm struggling, and I think they see me struggle, and it doesn't help the situation. There's just a lot going on. I mean, divorce sucks. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So divorce sucks. You're struggling a bit. Sounds like your kids are too. Um, I would like to pull focus to you kind of. Can you describe to me your struggle? What's been going on specifically?
yeah, I just feel like I'm super absent with them. I'm not very present anymore. When I interact with my kids, my mind is always elsewhere. It's not,
Mhm,
you know, where I am at the moment. And I'm less, attentive for them, and I pay less attention to them. And divorce. I wonder. I don't know what my ex is doing. I have no idea. Um, I don't know if he's still employed, or I just don't know. And, I'm dealing with a breakup, and I had to move. So that was definitely a big change. I'm very much a homebody. So, you know, just kind of uprooting myself and moving somewhere else was tough. But yeah, it's just a lot of different things, and it feels very overwhelming. So
well, with a big life change like that, divorce, moving, having to not necessarily deal with, but address the issues that your kids are having, I feel like it's very understandable to kind of feel like you've been absent from, I guess, the norm because the norm's different now, for sure, and it's very admirable of you to understand that and keep trying to move forward. So I commend you for that. Can you tell me a little bit more specifically what's been going on with your kids? How are they doing with the transition?
um, they're doing okay. They're just kind of less lively, I think.
Mhm,
They just seem a little bit more shut down. Like when after I pick them up from school, we're like on our way home, and you know, it's just this quiet that I can't decipher or understand. I just don't I don't understand. And like I think they're trying their best, obviously, like all of us. But it's tough.
mhm,
Sometimes one of them will, you know, come in my room and they're really upset in the middle of the night, and I don't, and I'm also upset, so it's like I'm trying to take care of them and take care of myself. And um but mostly, they're doing okay, I guess. I think my attitude rubs off on them, and that
mhm,
really worries me. I think their sense of stability comes from their parents, and that is no longer stable. Obviously, that's non-existent. So
mhm,
um I don't know. I don't really know how they feel on the inside, because they won't really talk to me about it.
mhm.
Um, and they say that they're sad, and but they're okay. But how can I believe that? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with a big life change like this, a lot of people, no matter who you are, how old you are, have to deal with it in their own way. And I think you're doing that, and I think your kids are doing that. And I think it's kind of a feedback loop. Your moods rub off on them, their moods rub off on you, and it's become this cycle. And but really, I think you're doing just the best you can. I mean, you just have to give them space, be there for them, um, and try your best to be, the best mother that you can be, which from what you're saying sounds like you are. So that's great. Um, So, moving to you, how are you doing with the divorce? Can you maybe go into more how you feel absent in your life? Give me some situations where that has occurred.
Um, I mean, I just feel very disassociative and disengaged with
Hmm.
my work and my friendships and um kind of everything in between. Like I just feel very out of it. Like my mind is somewhere else, which it is. It's on
Hmm.
this whole mess. Um I don't know. It's it's tough. I think it's hard because you spend 24/7 with this person almost,
Hmm.
and then all of a sudden like they just cease to exist, in your life. And I think I fill in the gaps on my own of what I don't know, um, which is harmful. I think I tell myself all these
Hmm.
things that are, based in fear. And I think that, he's like already seeing someone else or,
Hmm.
he's like not taking the best care of our kids. But at the end, I just don't know. And
Hmm.
it's very, it's very transactional now. And it's weird
Hmm.
to have that energy around our relationship and around our kids, like using
Hmm.
kids as a commodity of sorts. It just feels really strange. So
So, friends, family, it kind of seems like that is kind of taken the back burner now that this big life change is coming up, and you kind of have to address this instead of spend time with friends, kind of focus on work. It sounds like it's a huge life change. Um, would you say you have any lots of support systems in your life?
I think, I mean, like my parents are here and that's
Hmm.
helpful. And they help a lot with the kid stuff. Um, I mean, my friends are there, but a lot of my friends are still with their husbands or, they haven't been cheated on. So a lot of it is like just calling him a jerk or an asshole. And there's no, they just kind of chalk it up to, oh, he's just an asshole. And, it just feels a lot deeper than that. It feels much more about me than it is about him.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I think going to therapy is supportive. I mean, I have like one or two friends that get me more and they understand, what kind of went down and my true feelings about it, which is helpful.
Hmm.
Um, but I think too, I feel like I'm kind of in like a bare bones state of life. Like I have to worry about my kids and I cannot lose my job,
Hmm.
and all the other stuff just kind of takes a back seat because,
Hmm.
I just have a lot going on in my mind and I just feel like I'm up against just bigger things and it doesn't leave me room to worry about like when I'm hanging out with my friends or like what support I have.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, that can happen a lot in these types of situations. Do you think that, your husband was a support system, before you guys separated?
I mean, yeah, and that's why it feels like such a violation because
Mhm,
I put a lot of trust in him and he was just, I mean, he felt like a steady sense of, I could rely on him and count on
mhm,
him. Um, so yeah, and that's gone. I mean, I guess you're right.
mhm. Would you say that there was a good amount of trust, before you guys separated in your relationship?
I would say so. I mean, I think I made an effort to defend him and convince myself that he wasn't cheating. Um,
Mhm,
I mean, he would lie all the time and I would give him the benefit of the doubt or I would piece it together in a way that didn't necessarily add up or make sense and I would just
mhm,
not think about the details too much because I didn't want to believe that he would do that because I trusted him so much.
mhm,
Um, and now like all of that. I've learned that that's all a, a lie, essentially, built on a lie. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like my sense and my idea of trust is kind of changed,
Mhm,
you know, after
mhm.
all this. So
I mean, I can see how somebody that you have trusted for that long, puts up that betrayal. I can see how that trust level in general can be diminished. Um, how would you say your trust is now in the present?
mm, it's not great. I mean, yeah,
Mhm,
it's not great. I have a hard time trusting what people say to me, and I feel like I have to question. I have to pull a couple layers back and question what someone's saying, whether it's something super simple, if they cancel on me and they have to, you know, do something with their kids. Like if a friend cancels on me, I'm like, oh, it's because that they're hanging out with another friend or they don't like me anymore. It's not because they might actually be busy.
mhm. So these, um, not small, but different instances of losing trust with, let's say, friends or family, how does that make you feel when that occurs?
It honestly makes me feel a little bit crazy. I feel crazy sometimes.
Well, that is our time.
Okay.
Thank you so much for getting things, and I promise you they will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.